Today I will be sharing with you one of my budget go-to meals. This is going to be Mexican beef stew. The ingredients you'll need to make this meal will be a crock pot. This can also be made stovetop, but I'm going to be making it crock pot style today. So I've got my crock pot. You'll need a 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. This is the store brand. A 7-ounce can of salsa ranchera, a total seasoning mixture. I buy this Goya one, but you can also just use garlic powder, onion powder, and salt and pepper, which would be the equivalents of this. On top of using the total seasoning, I also used a couple sprinkles of salt and pepper. I have right under 1 pound of beef stew meat chunks, and I already seasoned them with the seasoning. That's why they look like that. And then I have 1 large potato here. The cost breakdown of this meal is I paid $3.58 for the 1 pound of beef stew meat, $1 for the large potato, 33 cents for the tomato sauce can, 60 cents for the salsa ranchera can, 15 cents worth of salt and pepper, and about 15 cents of my total seasoning, which brings us to $5.81 for the total. All of this, oh, I forgot to mention, sorry, I'm going to add a couple of bay leaves as well. I didn't add them to the cost breakdown because I already had this in my seasoning rack. I'm not really sure how much these cost. As for the salt and pepper and the total seasoning, I wasn't sure either, so I just kind of estimated 15 cents for the portions I'll be using for the meal. But this will all yield around 4 to 5 servings. So for $5.81 you're going to get 4 to 5 servings. So for us, we have a family of 4. It's my husband, myself, and my 2 children. But they're toddlers, so they don't tend to eat this. The spice level on this meal is not very high. However, they don't like the texture, I guess, so they'll just be having the Mexican rice and pinto beans. But if you have other adults in your family, you can feed everybody for under $6. So to put this together, it's very, very simple. I attempt to show you with one hand since I'm holding my phone with the other, but basically you're going to layer you're going to put down a couple chunks of meat, as so. I usually like to add carrots to this, but I don't have any on hand, to make it more stewish, and plus it makes it go further. And then you're going to add a little sprinkle of the tomato sauce, little sprinkle of the salsa ranchera. But you can find this, and I bought this actually at Walmart, so you can probably find it. I bought this particular brand, but they have it in different brands. You just have to make sure it says salsa ranchera, and the sauce mixture in here will make the stew taste very well. And then you add a couple of your potato chunks, as so, and then you do it again. You could add a couple more sprinkles of salt and pepper, but I already seasoned the meat, so I might add a couple more sprinkles at the end. I have salt and pepper grinders, which is kind of hard to do with one hand. So I'm going to put the rest of my meat right there on top of the potatoes. Layer the rest of the potatoes on top of the meat. Going to add the rest of the tomato sauce. Or, yeah, this is the tomato sauce. Going to add the rest of the salsa ranchera. Going to give everything a quick little stir. Just kind of want to bring the stuff from the bottom to the top so that it all incorporates with the sauces. Now you can put this to cook before you go to work and let it cook for 6 to 8 hours on low, or you can just cook it on high for 4 hours. You can even prep this the night before and just let it marinate in the crock pot bowl inside your fridge. I usually like to cut the big old chunks like that down so I can make like 2 pieces from that. But I forgot to do that this time. I think it'll be okay. We'll just leave it like that. So once you've given everything a quick stir, then you add 2 or 3 bay leaves. And then I like to add a tad bit of water just to get the sauce going. And you just put your lid, pop it in the crock pot, and let it cook for, like I said, 6 to 8 hours. If you're cooking it on low, you can let it, slow simmer all day. Or in my case, I think I'm going to do it for 4 hours. And I'll take another clip of when I'm serving so I can show you how this looks when it's done. I'll be serving this with Spanish rice and corn tortillas for dinner tonight. See you soon. Okay, so it's been cooking now for about 4 hours, and this is what the stew looks like once it's done. It smells so amazing. I wish you could smell this through the video. I'm going to accompany my stew with some Spanish rice. If you would like to learn how to do this, there's going to be another video in my channel that you can watch. It's really quick, just as cheap. So I'm going to plate up some Spanish rice. Some of the beef Mexican stew with potatoes. And keep an eye out for the bay leaves that we put in there. You just pull them out right before you serve so that they don't end up in somebody's mouth. You could accompany it with a small piece of Mexican cheese. It's called queso fresco. And a couple of corn tortillas. And there you go. I hope you enjoyed the recipe and you guys give it a try and see how delicious it is. And it's all under $6. Oh, and if you guys have any suggestions, if you tried it out and you liked it or didn't like it, please go ahead and leave me a comment so I know how it all went. Thank you for watching.